Lesson 16. Direct and Indirect Speech. Icebreaker. There are two ways to report what someone says or thinks. When the actual words of the speaker are reproduced, it is called direct speech. When the main idea of the speaker's words is reported and the exact words are not quoted, it is called indirect speech or reported speech. Examples. Mom said, "You're not doing your work properly." Mom said that I was not doing my work properly. When the exact words of the speaker are reproduced, the entire speech is put within inverted commas, and this speech is called the reported speech. The very said that introduces the reported speech is called the reporting verb. Other reporting verbs are words like asked, told, wished, suggested, ordered, requested, informed, stated, enquired, exclaimed, replied. Comparison between direct and indirect forms of narration. In direct speech, the exact words of the speaker are enclosed within inverted commas. It is also separated from the rest of the sentence by a comma. In indirect speech, no inverted commas are used to separate the reported speech from the rest of the sentence. Example. Sumit asked, "Why have you not been coming to school?" Sumit asked why I had not been coming to school. In indirect speech, a conjunction, if necessary, is used to join the reported speech with the rest of the sentence. Sometimes the conjunction that is not written, only understood. Example. She said that Aradhya's dress was pretty. Tenses, personal pronouns like I, we, you, he, him, possessive adjectives like my, his, her, your, and adverbs indicating the nearness of time and place undergo certain changes when direct speech is converted into indirect speech. Example. Kairav told me, "I'm glad to finally meet you after 10 years. Kairav told me that he was glad to finally meet me after 10 years. Let us now discuss the rules for converting direct speech into indirect or reported speech. Rules for changing sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. Changes in tenses. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or the future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed. Examples. Rahul remarks, "Raghav is a handsome man." Rahul remarks that Raghav is a handsome man. Papa will ask me, "Why are you late today?" Papa will ask me why I am late today. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tenses in the reported speech are also changed into the corresponding past tense. Let us discuss this rule in detail. The simple present tense changes into the simple past tense. Example. Aarti said, "I go to Gurugram." Aarti said that she went to Gurugram. The present continuous tense changes into the past continuous tense. Example. Parul said she is working on a project with an MNC. Parul said that she was working on a project with an MNC. The present perfect tense changes into the past perfect tense. Example. Malvika asked me, "Have you completed your assignment?" Malvika asked me whether I had completed my assignment. The present perfect continuous tense changes into the past perfect continuous tense. Example. Divya said, "I have been practicing yoga for an hour." Divya said that she had been practicing yoga for an hour. The simple past tense changes into the past perfect tense. Example. Anuj said, "I talked to my brother on phone." Anuj said that he had talked to his brother on phone. The past perfect tense and the past perfect continuous tense do not change. Example. Samaira said, "I had won the contest." Samaira said that she had won the contest. Samaira said, "I had been visiting this park since Monday." Samaira said that she had been visiting that park since Monday. The past continuous tense changes into the past perfect continuous tense. Example. Pooja said, "I was working for 3 days continuously." Pooja said that she had been working for 3 days continuously. May changes to might and can changes to could. Example: Jaya said, I may visit the hospital to see my cousin tomorrow. Jaya said that she might visit the hospital to see her cousin tomorrow. Shall or will changes to should or would. Example: I said, we will continue our dance classes from tomorrow. I said that we would continue our dance classes from tomorrow. Must changes to had to. Example: Shalini said, you must get ready for the party on time. Shalini said that I had to get ready for the party on time. Changes in pronouns and possessive adjectives. Personal pronouns. Example: I, you, he, she, they. And possessive adjectives. Example: his, her, my, your. Undergo changes while reporting in indirect speech. Pronouns and possessive adjectives of the first person are changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Examples: I, first person, said, I am thinking about changing my job. I said that I was thinking about changing my job. You, second person, said, I am thinking about changing my job. You said that you were thinking about changing your job. He, third person, said, I am thinking about changing my job. He said that he was thinking about changing his job. Pronouns and possessive adjectives of the second person are changed according to the object of the reporting verb. Examples: the teacher said to me, first person, your teammates are looking for you. The teacher told me that my teammates were looking for me. The teacher said to you, second person, your teammates are looking for you. The teacher told you that your teammates were looking for you. The teacher said to him, third person, your teammates are looking for you. The teacher told him that his teammates were looking for him. Pronouns and possessive adjectives of the third person remain unchanged. Example: she remarked, he, third person, is a happy kid. She remarked that he is a happy kid. Changes in expressions of time and place in indirect speech. When we change direct speech into indirect speech, expressions of time and place indicating nearness are changed into ones denoting distance. This change is made if the reporting verb is in the past tense. Study this table that lists some commonly used expressions denoting time and place. Direct speech, indirect speech. Adverbs of time: now, then, ago, before, today, that day, tonight, that night, tomorrow, the next day, the following day, yesterday, the day before, the previous day, last year, the previous year, the year before, last night, the previous night, the night before, next day, week, year, the following day, week, year, next Monday, the following Monday, this morning, that morning. Adverbs of place: here, there, herein, therein. Demonstratives: this, that, these, those. Examples: Samantha said, you are invited to my birthday party next week. Samantha said that I was invited to her birthday party the following week. Jay said, I have lived here for 10 years. Jay said that he had lived there for 10 years. Sammy said, I will buy this flower. Sammy said that he would buy that flower. Conversion of statements from direct to indirect speech. The reporting verb said is usually changed to told if it is followed by an object. If there is no object, it is left unchanged. That is used as a conjunction. Tenses, pronouns, possessive adjectives, and words denoting nearness of time and place are changed according to the rules explained earlier. There are some other words that can be used as reporting verbs in the place of said. The form of these reporting verbs changes according to tenses. Add, admit, answer, argue, assure, complain, deny, explain, object, promise, point out, remark, remind, reply. Examples. Aradhya said to me, I will return your book tomorrow. Aradhya promised me that she would return my book the following day. The thief said to the police, I stole this watch. The thief admitted to the police that he had stolen that watch. Conversion of statements from indirect to direct speech. When we convert statements from indirect speech to direct speech, we use say or said as the reporting verb. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, we make the necessary changes in direct speech. We make necessary changes in pronouns and possessive adjectives. We usually change words indicating remoteness of time and place to corresponding words denoting nearness. We use inverted commas to mark the exact words of the speaker. Examples. Rachel told me that she would be coming late to the seminar. Rachel said to me, I will be coming late to the seminar. My mother told me that my cousin had gone to Canada. My mother said to me, your cousin has gone to Canada. Conversion of interrogative sentences from direct to indirect speech. The interrogative form is changed into the assertive form, that is, the verb is placed after the subject. The mark of interrogation is dropped and replaced with a full stop. Example. My father said to me, where are you going? My father asked me where I was going. The interrogative form are you is changed into the assertive form I was. The reporting verb is changed into verbs such as asked, inquired, wondered, questioned, demanded, wanted to know. Example. Madhav said to me, where is your notebook? Madhav asked me where my notebook was. Questions with verbs such as do, does, did are changed in indirect speech by using whether or if. Example. Sanya said, did you call me in the morning? Sanya asked whether I called her in the morning. In negative questions with verbs such as do or did, the word why comes first, followed by the subject and then the negative verb. Example. Poonam said to my brother, why don't you join us for the family get-together? Poonam asked my brother why he didn't join them for the family get-together. Yes or no questions. Questions that begin with auxiliary verbs like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had are introduced in indirect speech with words like if or whether and words like asked, inquired, questioned. Examples. Ramya said, are her favorite shoes in the cupboard? Ramya asked whether her favorite shoes were in the cupboard. Karthike said to me, are you willing to participate in the competition? I said no. Karthike asked me if I was willing to participate in the competition and I replied that I was not. The word no is equal to one complete sentence. In the above example, the reply no equals I am not. Therefore, we have changed I am not in indirect speech as I was not. When direct questions or WH questions are changed to indirect speech, the word order is the same as that of a statement. The verb comes after the subject. WH words like who, whose, whom, what, which, when, why, where, how are retained. Example. I said to Pooja, who is your idol? I asked Pooja who her idol was. Questions beginning with will and shall require those words to be changed to would and should in reported speech. Example. My brother said to me, will you share your slice of pizza with me? My brother asked me whether I would share my slice of pizza with him. Questions beginning with can and may require those words to be changed to could and would. Example. Disha said to me, can I borrow your pen? Disha asked me whether she could borrow my pen. Conversion of interrogative sentences from indirect to direct speech. While converting an interrogative sentence to direct speech, inverted commas and a question mark are added. Example. The teacher asked me who the new president of India was. The teacher said to me, "Who is the new president of India?" Conversion of imperative sentences to indirect speech. Imperative sentences like requests, commands, statements are changed from direct to reported speech in the following ways. The verb of the reported speech is changed to an infinitive to plus the verb. Example: turn on the fan, said I. I ordered to turn on the fan. The reporting verb say or said is changed to verbs like asked, requested, advised, commanded, suggested, or some other suitable word. Example: Aunt Sile said to her nephew, "Cross the road carefully." Aunt Sile advised her nephew to cross the road carefully. When requests are changed from direct to indirect speech, the reporting verb said is changed to words like requested, begged, asked, pleaded, invited, implored. Example: Karnika said to her parents, "Please let me go on the trip with my friends." Karnika requested her parents to let her go on the trip with her friends. When statements offering advice are changed to indirect speech, the reporting verb said is changed to advised, suggested, warned, reminded, forbade. Example: the principal said to us, "Wear masks when you are on school premises." The principal warned us to wear masks when we were on school premises. When negative commands are changed to indirect speech, the construction used is as follows. Negative word, like, not, or never, plus to infinitive. Example: the shopkeeper said to the girl, "Don't steal, else I will call the police." The shopkeeper warned the girl not to steal, else he would call the police. When imperative sentences using words like let's, let us, let him are written in indirect speech, we use words such as suggested, proposed, to let, should, might. Example: Shivam said, "Let's go for a coffee." Shivam proposed that they should go for a coffee. Sentences that have a noun or a pronoun used to name the person addressed are written in indirect speech by treating the noun or the pronoun as the object of the verb. Example: Srishti said, "Students, submit rupees 150 to your class teacher for the class party." Srishti reminded students to submit rupees 150 to their class teacher for the class party. Conversion of imperative sentences from indirect to direct speech. Read the example to see how imperative sentences are converted from indirect speech to direct speech. Example: I requested the ice cream vendor to provide me with the menu so that I could decide what to buy. I said to the ice cream vendor, "Please provide me with the menu so that I can decide what to buy." In this example, the reporting verb requested has been changed to said. The word please has been used to emphasize that it is a request, and to provide has been changed and written as provide. Conversion of exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. While converting exclamatory sentences from direct speech to indirect speech, we should note a few things. The reporting verb said is changed to words like wished, prayed, cried, exclaimed. The words such as hurrah, oh, alas are omitted. However, the feeling expressed must be conveyed appropriately with expressions such as exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with surprise, cried bitterly. The exclamatory sentence is changed to an assertive sentence in indirect speech. The sign of exclamation is also omitted. Examples: he said, "Oh no, I am sorry to hear about it." He exclaimed with sorrow that he was sorry to hear about it. The kid said, "Hurrah! We finally won the dance face-off." The kids exclaimed excitedly that they had finally won the dance face-off. When we change exclamatory sentences From direct speech to indirect speech, the reporting word exclaimed conveys the idea that the original statement was an exclamation. Points to remember. If the reported speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact, its tense remains unchanged. Examples. It is said the sun rises in the east. It is said that the sun rises in the east. The reported speech is a universal truth. Samiksha said, I listen to music every day. Samiksha said that she listens to music every day. The reported speech is a habitual fact. If the reported speech describes a state of affairs which still exist when the speech is reported, its tense remains unchanged. Example. Latika said, my mother keeps complaining about my careless behavior. Latika said that her mother keeps complaining about her careless behavior. The reported speech makes a statement which remains true when the speech is reported. If the reported speech contains a time clause, its tense remains unchanged. The main verb of such a sentence can either remain unchanged or become past perfect. Example. Arav said, when I was in this school, I never saw anyone getting bullied. Arav said that when he was in this school, he never saw anyone getting bullied. Or Arav said that when he was in this school, he had never seen anyone getting bullied. Here, when I was in this school is the time clause, and I never saw anyone getting bullied is the main clause. While converting sentences to indirect speech, the speaker's words should not be changed in such a way that the meaning changes. You must ensure not to leave out any information or add unnecessary words. It is also important to ensure that your reporting is to the point and not clumsy. Example, he said, I remind you about the exam. This should not be written in indirect speech as follows. He said to me that he reminds me of the exam. It is much better to write it as follows. He reminded me about the exam. Sometimes pronouns in the third person may create confusion. To avoid this ambiguity, we may either use the noun itself or mention the noun in brackets. Example, Monica said to Sakshi, your assignment papers are with me. Monica told Sakshi that Sakshi's assignment papers are with her. Or Monica told Sakshi that Sakshi's assignment papers are with her. Knowledge gained. There are two ways to report what someone says or thinks. When we report the words of a speaker by repeating the actual words, it is called direct speech. When we give the substance of the words used by the speaker, not the actual words, it is called indirect speech. When we are asked to change direct speech to indirect speech or vice versa, we have to make certain changes. The most important rules are the changes of tense, the change of pronouns and adjectives, and the change of expressions of time and place.